Now available in paperback and e-readers from SJS Direct. Isis, House of Isis. The goddess next door takes on a hustling Hotep high priestess in Harlem in this Afrocentric Isis series adventure. Pick up Isis, House of Isis at online booksellers today. In a previous video, I talked about how black men can get standards, and if you want to take a look at that video, you can click the link in the description box. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most important standards a black man has to have in order to have relationships with people, and that standard is the standard of respect. Now, when it comes down to the standard of respect, many black men are afraid to insist upon having this standard for their interpersonal relationships with men and women due to white supremacy and Jim Crow. Because during the time of Jim Crow, oftentimes when a black man insisted on being treated with respect, he would be terrorized by organizations like the Ku Klux Klan, jailed, or even lynched by members of the Ku Klux Klan, all for demanding that he be treated with the same respect a white man would receive. And this is why many black men wind up saying that they should accept being treated as less than, because when it comes down to white supremacists, they believe that a black man is less than, and oftentimes black men believe that they have to settle for that standard because they want to live to see the next day. Now, when it comes down to black men, a lot of them believe that, but it's not true at all. And the whole thing is that if you settle for people treating you as less than, then people will treat you as less than, and they will see you as less than. As a man, you have to say that yourself that you have a value and you have a worth, and because you have a value and a worth, you need to be treated in the same way that anyone else would be treated. Now, according to many of these racists, they would sit there and say that you can treat a black man as less than, but these same guys would sit there and read their Bibles and talk about Jesus, who established a principle of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And that Christian principle is this, in that you would treat a person in the same way you would want to be treated. And this is what black men have to say to themselves when they go out here. They have to follow God's standard, which says you deserve to be treated in the exact same way that white man would be treated, that white woman would be treated, that foreigner would be treated, and even that black woman would be treated, because you are a creation of God and God loves you. And because God loves you, you deserve to be treated with the same respect any other person out here deserves to be treated. And this is something black men need to start saying to themselves, because when you start saying it to yourself, you start believing it and you start insisting on it from people around you when you have social interactions with them. Because your respect is an intangible of high value. You do not give away your respect to others. People have to show you that they are worthy of your respect by showing you the same basic respect they would give to others. And when people don't show you their respect, that's when you walk away from them. And this is one of the big problems black men have a hard time dealing with, is walking away from those who do not show them basic respect, because they believe what other people have has a higher value than their intangibles of manhood and their respect. This is what a lot of black men have a hard time dealing with, because thanks to the cultural conditioning of white supremacy and Jim Crow, they believe that they have to have a job in order to survive. They believe that they have to get the attention of women and that that has a higher value. And they believe that in order to live, they have to sacrifice their respect instead of saying, my respect has a high value, and it's something that has to be stood up for. This is something black men have a hard time dealing with, and because they have a hard time dealing with this is why people show them no respect. And when it comes down to black women, they show them the least amount of respect, because when it comes down to black men, they don't insist on having it. And they sit there a lot of times and they think that they have to sit there and argue with a woman in order to get respect. But the best way you can get respect from a black woman is to simply walk away from her. And this is something black men just don't know how to do. They think that they have to go out here and take their respect by getting in somebody's face and getting verbal and getting argumentative. But the greatest power you could ever have is to simply walk away from people who don't show you respect. If there are businesses that want to follow you around and make it believe like you're going to steal from them, you just don't shop there. If there are women who are showing you no respect by mocking you and being disrespectful to you, you just don't associate with them. If there are people on the job who want to be racist out here and be nasty, you don't deal with those people. That's how you take your respect from those people, by not giving them your attention. People who want to respect you will approach you in the way you insist they approach you with. And if you settle for their disrespectful behavior, what you're doing is lowering your standard and allowing yourself to be disrespected. A man takes his respect by saying, I'm not dealing with these people because these people are showing me that they are not valuing me enough to treat me in the same way they would want to be treated themselves. If this person wants to try to lower my value, then I'm going to have show that I have a high value by walking away from that group of people. And this is something black men, they're afraid to do, but it's something that they have to learn how to do, because a man who respects himself is going to say, I deserve a certain level of treatment. I deserve to be treated in a certain way, and I am not going to tolerate those who do not show me basic respect. Because if these people can sit there and disrespect me, then I am letting them do this. And as a man, you have to say to yourself, I do not deserve to be treated this way. If this person wants to act like this, then this person does not deserve my time, because my time is the most precious thing on God's earth, because my time is something I can't get back. And every second I spend try to win the favor and approval of those who are disrespectful is time I am wasting out of my life to deal with this dysfunctional person. This is a person I do not need to deal with, and this is something black men have to say to themselves whenever they go out here and they either deal with white men, white women, or these foreigners, or even these black women, and especially with these black women, because they're the ones who need to show you that they deserve your time, and they need to show you that they deserve your time by showing you they will respect you in the time that they deal with you. Because if a female wants to have a relationship with you, you are taking time out of your life to spend with her. And if she's going to take your time and waste it by showing you that she cannot show you the basic respect by being respectful to you as a person, then she is not worthy of your time. And this is something black men have to start saying to themselves, is that I deserve a certain type of treatment. I deserve to be shown basic respect, in that you are going to treat me with the same level of behavior that you would give anyone else. You would treat me with the same kindness or the same friendliness, and you would try to have amicable relations with me, and you would see me on the same level of having a value as you do. You are not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to sit there and settle for her treating me any sort of way, her not returning calls, her not trying to talk to me, her not coming in on time, her not dressing right, her not having good hygiene, because that's showing you disrespect. And when you have a female who shows you disrespect like that, she is a negative reflection of you. Because if you can come to a level, come out here with your clothes clean, to come in on time, to come in and treat her kindly, then she should reciprocate by showing you the exact same respect. And if somebody cannot show you that respect, again, you just don't have anything to do with them. Because again, your time is precious, and your time is too valuable to waste on those who could not show you the basic respect to come to you on a certain level. Because just like they want you to be a certain kind of guy, you should insist that they be the certain type of woman, And you should insist white people come to you on the same level and foreigners come to you on the exact same level. If they cannot come to you on that level, they do not deserve your time and they don't deserve your money. And you have to understand that respect is all about a man have understanding his value as a man, understanding his worth as a man, and understanding that in order for someone to be considered worthy of your time, they need to step their game up to your level. You don't have to come down to theirs. And this is something black men need to understand, because when people come up to your level, they are showing you their respect and they are showing you that they want to value your time to get you to spend time with you. And this is something you as a black man have to insist upon when you deal with not only with white women and white men and foreigners, you also have to insist upon it with black women, because the foundation for any romantic relationship is respect. If you do not have respect, you cannot have love. And this is something black men need to understand about black women. If women do not respect you, they cannot love you, because a woman who respects you sees you on the same level as she does, and because she sees you on the same level as she does, what she's going to do is she's going to see a value in you, and because she sees a value in you, she's going to love you. And when she values you, she can love you and then see you as having a value above all other men, because that foundation is based in respect. Because in order for you to have love, you have to have respect. Without respect, there can be no love. And this is something black men just don't understand. And this is why a lot of relationships between black men and black women fail, because black men start their relationships out on things like the woman's physical traits and then the attention she's getting, but he does not insist on having respect from minute one. Your respect is something you need to have from minute one, because without your respect, again, you cannot build a foundation for a romantic relationship. You cannot build a relationship based on love, and you cannot build a relationship on trust, because respect is how you get trust and respect is how you get love. Without respect, there is no love and there is no trust. And this is how you have relationships with black women. But black men, again, they don't understand this concept, because they think they have to settle for less because white supremacists tell them that they are less than, but they have to start understanding their value as men in order to achieve things like love and trust with black women. They have to understand that they have a value as a man, they have a worth as a man, and that they have to insist that people treat them on the same level they treat anyone else. Because if you settle for somebody's less, then you're telling everybody you don't deserve the best, you do not deserve love, you do not deserve trust. And if you're saying this about yourself, you're sending a message to others. They don't have to do that for yourself. So when you're out here, you have to understand that if everything starts with respect, and if people do not treat you with respect, then you do not allow them an opportunity to spend time with you. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct books, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.